Welcome back to the Oracles of Wealth, your premier daily cosmic guide to financial success. Today is Friday, June 5, 2026, and the global financial landscape is experiencing an absolute titanic structural split. Yesterday, a historic double-digit collapse in chip giant Broadcom completely broke the artificial intelligence sector's winning streak. Yet, in a staggering paradox, the Dow Jones skyrocketed over 800 points to record highs as plunging oil prices triggered a massive, immediate capital rotation into non-AI sectors. This intense market turbulence sets the stage for today's primary cosmic event, the official non-farm payrolls jobs report dropping at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. With forecasts predicting a dramatic hiring cooldown to 85,000, institutional networks are quietly positioning for tighter federal policy. Let's decode your exact 60-second daily horoscope tracker and today's winning lucky numbers. Aries, yesterday's violent tech sector breakdown heavily triggers your third house of short-term commerce and localized cash flows this Friday morning. While the retail public panics over the sudden AI chip collapse, the historic 800-point Dow surge proves that capital is rapidly flowing back into traditional, non-tech business frameworks. With today's critical non-farm payrolls jobs report threatening severe labor market volatility, your explicit financial ritual today is to immediately safeguard your active merchant structures and pause all speculative tech allocations. Leverage the massive rotation by refocusing your business messaging entirely onto high-utility, non-discretionary assets that thrive when energy costs plunge. Do not chase the failing semiconductor rally, instead, anchor your liquidity in cash-flowing digital contracts. Control your administrative overhead, automate your system tracking, and watch your local profit margins scale aggressively. Your lucky numbers are 2, 11, 20. Taurus, the cosmic transits are targeting your second house of personal net worth and foundational baseline security on this high-stakes Friday. Yesterday's massive decline in oil prices directly supports your native earth sign stability, drastically lowering operational costs across your material assets despite the broader tech sector volatility. As the critical non-farm payrolls data threatens to freeze standard retail trading at 8:30 a.m., elite institutional family offices are rapidly liquidating soft tech assets to hoard resilient consumer stocks and short-term debt instruments. You must mirror this elite capital preservation playbook within your private portfolios today. Your explicit financial ritual today is to audit your liquid reserves, cut out all unnecessary operational drag, and move cash into untouchable, inflation-proof vaults. Insulate your perimeter, ignore the mainstream media noise, and let your baseline compound. Your lucky numbers are 3, 12, 21. Gemini, the sun continues to generate massive, high-voltage electricity directly inside your first house of personal enterprise and identity. As the institutional whale networks execute a multi-billion-dollar midweek capital rotation away from volatile tech giants and into traditional small caps, the retail crowd is left entirely frozen in panic. This structural market fracture creates the absolute perfect competitive vacuum for your exceptional intellectual versatility to dominate the digital landscape today. An unexpected business communication or professional contact this morning holds the precise coordinates for a highly lucrative dual income contract. Your explicit financial ritual today is to formalize your operational blueprints and confidently pitch your premium consulting terms to an enterprise ally. Command your absolute market value, expand your digital network, and watch your revenue scale exponentially. Your lucky numbers are 4, 13, 22. Cancer, while the mainstream financial platforms panic over the Broadcom chip crash today, your true wealth leverage is operating entirely behind closed doors. The massive 800-point surge in traditional Dow equities proves that elite corporate insiders are silently hiding their capital in non-speculatory baseline sectors, completely shielded from public tech volatility. You must manage your private financial planning with this exact level of hyper-discrete positioning this morning. Your explicit financial ritual today is to run a comprehensive digital security encryption sweep across all private banking portals and completely isolate your liquid capital from any volatile joint accounts before the NFP jobs data drops. Do not seek external validation or discuss your economic moves with colleagues this weekend. Insulate your sanctuary, trust your internal radar, and stay exceptionally wealthy. Your lucky numbers are 5, 14, 23. Leo, your 11th house of elite collaborative alliances and massive wealth networks is carrying an intense cosmic charge this Friday. The historic post-earnings tech collapse has left traditional fund managers completely confused, creating the ultimate operational window for you to step forward as the undisputed visionary leader. High net worth investors are actively searching for data-backed, traditional business structures to shield their capital from tech-heavy downside risks right now. Your explicit financial ritual today is to publish a bold macroeconomic concept on your digital platforms or pitch a massive joint venture strategy to a core business partner. The corporate grid is entirely starved for authoritative direction before the payroll data releases. Command the floor, project absolute mathematical certainty, dominate your professional narrative, and let incoming capital align with your vision. Your lucky numbers are 6, 15, 24. Virgo, your unmatched capacity for deep micro-data analysis is your premium financial weapon in today's complex economic landscape. Mainstream media outlets are focusing entirely on the sensational tech crash, completely missing the underlying small-cap boom triggered by falling crude oil prices. This critical data disconnect directly hits your 10th house of career legacy and long-term professional execution. Your explicit financial ritual today is to execute a ruthless, line-by-line weekend audit of your active business overhead and permanently eliminate every single operational inefficiency. As institutional money flows aggressively toward traditional corporate infrastructure, your enterprise must operate with absolute mathematical precision. Protect your profit margins against sticky inflation, optimize your budget software, maximize your personal productivity, and prepare your expanding empire for a massive structural elevation. Your lucky numbers are 7, 16, 25. Libra, the weekend planetary transits mandate that you permanently abandon short-term local anxieties and aggressively adopt a comprehensive global framework today. The sudden midweek tech collapse and simultaneous small-cap rally prove that localized capital markets are subject to massive, rapid institutional manipulation, heavily activating your 9th house of international commerce and cross-border digital assets. If your portfolio remains entirely reliant on a single domestic tech sector today, you face severe vulnerability. Your explicit financial ritual today is to spend 1 hour deeply researching international real estate trends or foreign currency-backed logistics networks. Diversify your geographic exposure immediately to immunize your capital against localized employment and credit shocks. Balance your internal scales by expanding your external horizon. Secure your global sovereignty, reach across borders, and protect your wealth. Your lucky numbers are 8, 17, 26. Scorpio, you are the absolute master of turning market anxiety into immense personal fortune, and today's post-crash landscape drops you directly into your native element. The sharp divergence between crashing semiconductor stocks and a skyrocketing Dow Jones is exposing massive structural arbitrage windows inside your 8th house of passive wealth architecture. While retail day traders scramble blindly in panic, elite whale networks are quietly shifting billions into high-yield distressed corporate paper and private credit instruments this Friday morning. Your explicit financial ritual today is to dive aggressively into the raw microdata of your contracts, crypto wallets, and joint holding agreements. Locate the specific hidden clause or liquidity gap that the panicked public has entirely overlooked. Move with absolute discretion, ignore the mainstream noise, and secure the bag in total silence. Your lucky numbers are 9, 18, 27. Sagittarius, the cosmic transits are moving rapidly across your 7th house of strategic business alliances and legal contractual foundations this Friday. With the broader tech economy sliding into a sudden post-earnings standstill, you must realize that casual handshakes and verbal agreements are an absolute catastrophic liability today. Your explicit financial ritual today is to establish ironclad, non-negotiable legal boundaries regarding your professional time, equity, and capital assets. Refuse to advance any business project or partnership next week without signed documentation and a verified deposit in place. Demand absolute structural clarity from your working partners, and ensure all financial milestones are put in writing before the NFP employment numbers cause market turbulence. The cosmos promises massive growth, but only if your legal foundations are bulletproof. Defend your market value. Your lucky numbers are 1, 10, 19. Capricorn, you cannot scale a massive global financial empire if your daily operational mechanics remain bound to unorganized tracking systems. Live market data shows institutional leaders executing massive capital reallocations out of overvalued tech and into hard traditional small caps, proving that automated liquid workflows drive the elite tiers of enterprise. Today, the planetary transits target your 6th house of administrative tracking and daily routines. Your explicit financial ritual today is to implement a rigid, computerized cash flow tracking tool or completely automate a tedious daily administrative task. By entirely stripping away your operational drag this morning, you instantly unlock the mental bandwidth required to execute major physical capital plays during next week's opening bell. Structure is your premium currency, build your foundation now. Your lucky numbers are 8, 17, 26. Aquarius, a high-voltage surge of visionary brilliance is electrifying your fifth house of speculative assets and digital branding today. On-chain network trackers have just flagged multi-million-dollar whale wallet transfers moving silently through decentralized protocols, showing that alternative finance architecture is actively positioning for a massive post-payroll market rotation. The cosmos is handing you a clear green light to break completely free from traditional economic models. Your explicit financial ritual today is to draft a comprehensive risk model or technical data blueprint for an unconventional, technology-driven asset concept. Do not gamble blindly under this transit. Back your unique genius with hard empirical numbers. Innovate systematically today, map your parameters, lean into decentralized liquidity, and collect your massive returns within defined risk boundaries. Your lucky numbers are 3, 12, 21. Pisces, your primary cosmic directive today remains absolute domestic security and foundational asset insulation. The massive shift out of overhyped AI semiconductors and into traditional industrial giants proves that institutional capital is fleeing speculative risk to chase stability, showcasing a clear macro movement that requires immediate baseline protection. Before you deploy capital into the open markets next week, your private sanctuary must be fully protected. Your fourth house of real estate and core structural assets is holding the heaviest protective charge today. Your explicit financial ritual today is to execute a physical security upgrade to your property or transition a portion of capital into an untouchable, long-term vault. Block out the external market anxiety, ground your energy, insulate your baseline, and watch your assets compound in complete peace. Your lucky numbers are 5, 14, 23. If your birthday is today, Friday, June 5th, you are entering an extraordinary year of professional integration and financial scaling. Born during this explosive mid-year market rotation, your next 12 months will be completely defined by operational versatility, digital network expansion, and the mastery of multiple revenue streams. The cosmos is explicitly demanding that you shatter any remaining reliance on a single, fragile source of income. This year, your rapid cognitive processing is your highest value asset, and you will find incredible success by connecting technological automation with your personal brand. Trust your sharp intellect to identify emerging global economic trends long before the general public, build unyielding legal and operational foundations, and watch your net worth multiply rapidly over the next 12 months. That completes your daily financial horoscope for Friday, June 5, 2026. The massive non-farm payrolls rotation is officially live, and your willingness to adapt today determines your financial altitude for the rest of June. To lock your accounts into today's wealth frequency and support our growing community, drop your sun sign and your lucky numbers in the comments below with the word dual. If you are ready to stay one step ahead of the institutional money shifts, hit that subscribe button right now, turn on your daily notifications, and I will see you tomorrow morning for your next reading.